Here are a few tips and tricks to make it easier to complete the insane mode difficulty if you're trying to get that trophy. So infinite ammo actually does not disrupt the trophy at all. You can go ahead and do that. And if you're trying to get that without getting the points for finishing it in insane in the first place, I suggest you do Leon's credit where credit's due, Grace's collection of the blood, and finishing the story without healing is incredibly easy on casual. I did a video on that the other day. Those few things should allow you to afford infinite ammo. Okay, this handgun. It is a one-shot weapon. I believe you can acquire it through a challenge and then purchase it through the special content. It should only be like a couple thousand. And then you can just straight up purchase it from the box. But as you can see in hardcore mode, it's still one-shotting things due to the fact that it has the sunglasses that I got from, I think you have to do the STARS office thing, and then there's a briefcase there that has the combination of RRR. And basically the sunglasses make the last shot of the weapon do more damage. And because this weapon is a one shot at a time weapon, it's always the last shot. Right, as you can see here, I purchased the sniper rifle just to be safe, to make sure I didn't need it for this, like, in case I did need it, sorry, for this bit. And I don't know, you can just do it with the pistol, and in fact, there's a moment that I was not expecting from this that you're going to need the pistol for anyway.
Must be time to leave the service.
Yes, you get attacked while you're up here trying to defend her. Luckily for me, this thing one-shots those blisterhead people. No, I can't actually praise this gun enough, because even though it does take a little bit to reload it, it really takes the edge off these intense moments in hardcore mode or insane mode. Realistically, like, all you have to do is hit your shots with it, and you should be a-okay. This next thing, when you're in Raccoon City, make sure you're shooting these things down. I know I have infinite ammo, but the fact is I'm collecting all the ammunition and then selling it to the box so that I can upgrade weapons and buy better weapons. Also, hoard the crap out of grenades. Obviously, they're grenades that come in handy for a lot of situations. And just a cool thing, this appears to be the truck that crashes at the start of 2. Now, my advice on this bit, do not pick up the chainsaw. This weird thing happens with these zombies. Their pathing gets attracted to the chainsaw sometimes. I know it's really strange, but sometimes you can just literally stand to the side and they're gonna come for the chainsaw. And in this instance, I didn't bother going outside because I figured it would be easier to sort of like pile them into one doorway and be careful of the guy that will come up behind you though, because I forgot that he is at the gate. Luckily he went for the chainsaw instead of me. This is one of the moments where we save a grenade fall. Even though I completely missed it, don't do as I do. But just know that grenade would have made this so much quicker. Now, the only other 2 guns I really recommend getting is this thing. It's basically an assault rifle that shoots SMG ammo. It doesn't really matter because we have infinite ammo here, but it is incredibly quick, powerful. you can just switch over to this thing to pop things that are more dangerous, like that blister head. Great combination. Also, the shotgun. There are just situations that just you need the shotgun. But other than that, you don't really need a pistol if you have this thing. You don't need a pistol if you have infinite ammo. Here's another prime example of how great this thing can be. And also a little idea for what to do before you go upstairs. This thing might actually be stronger than the Requiem. It shoots rifle bullets. Long story short, for this part, you want to come up to this end, lay into this dude. He's going to be throwing things at you. Mad annoying. Got a nice collap. Take care of that guy. Obviously, he's going to start running at you. I completely missed. And now there's another blister head. But here's what I like to do with this chainsaw dude, right? Just be patient. Wait for him to be in line with that. Let me reload this thing. Burst that. Completely missed my shot. But yeah, after he takes damage from that, not only is that helpful later, he will also take a lot less to take down. Now when you're going up this bit, just take your time, listen, and shoot that barrel the second you hear him close enough. I'm using headphones, so... yeah. Another reason to get this tactical assault rifle type thing that shoots SMG bullets is Mr. X is not the same in insane. In fact, he's kind of insane. I completely missed that parry. But he'll do things that are just like not normal. Like yeah, he'll jump over the cars and he'll like, you know, jump off the top rope at you. That's kind of normal. But he'll also pick cars up by one hand, swing them around, and then throw them at you in insane mode. Long story short, make sure you keep your distance from him, make sure you keep your axe sharpened, and keep laying into his chest. If he looks like he's going to throw a car, try to get behind a car, because sometimes it'll just hit the car and stop. But if he's throwing it up in the air, just move. As you can see, it's not normal Mr. X in insane mode.
I'll stop you as many times as I have to.
Next we have these guys. They are not the same in this mode. There's a fair few different advices I'll give you on these people. The first one is make sure you're crouching. Headshots, fast weapons, purchase armor. The armor purchasing is actually really important in general. I mean, like, you could probably do it without it, but it is like a huge game changer, especially because when you buy level 1, it unlocks level 2. When you buy level 2, it unlocks, I think, the next level. I can't remember how many levels of it there is, but you can also repair the armor. And because you're not going to really be buying ammunition or weapon upgrades, it's pretty handy. The next tip I'm going to give you is for this section here. Take out these first few that are just popping their heads out like goofies, and then you want to climb up the ladder and look for the red tank. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I worked out between filming this. But yeah, that red tank, it has a bioweapon in it that will do the work for you. Now when you jump down, make sure you stay quiet, and when they jump down, you'll see. Essentially turning one of the hardest parts, well, not really the hardest part, but a difficult situation into, realistically, I only have to kill a licker now, which shouldn't be that difficult with this weapon. Speaking of lickers, here's some advice for Grace's side. The safe code is going to change, so I brought this weapon, right? I think it was only like 4,000 or something coins. It'll be in the box. And it seems to be able to take out a very strong amount of this licker's health, as well as these doors. Normally I would like try to get that guy in there, open the other door, run around. That's not an option in this. That door is completely grayed out. I don't know why it does not open either side. Now, I did take some damage there, but that thing died in the end. Now, if you want to open this safe, you have to either find the codes again, or you could just look up the codes. Me personally, I looked up the codes and got the Molotov out of it. But this weapon is a must-have for this. Especially for this bit, when you're returning back to this lab, you don't get jumped by 3 of them in insane mode. The enemies can be different in multiple different areas, and this is one where it's kind of nuts.
Gotta find more ammo.
Thank God I didn't panic and go into the corner of the room or anything. So for the rest of this, it's just business as usual, just hitting them, getting them out of the way, calling more over them. Just the usual run-of-the-mill run for this part. That is until this part. I actually had no idea. Luckily, I'd been saving the bottles and crafting them. I didn't realize you could just craft them off scrap. But yeah, there's actually 3 of them here instead of 2. Now this is where I'm going to get back to praising that one-shot rifle weapon yet again, because as Leon, when you're facing all of these guys, this weapon is so handy. Also, you can just parry them, which makes it so much cleaner to be able to get rid of them. I think there's also an achievement for parrying it and cutting its tongue off. I'm not really sure. Can't remember. I think I did that.
I'll take out as many of you fuckers as I can.
On top of it having extremely high damage, I'm pretty sure it has amazing penetration, because here we have two of them coming at once and one shot, two kills. This is where we get into that whole, the enemies are going to be in different spots thing. Normally when you enter this building, there's going to be, I think, 2 lickers in here, but now instead you just have all these bioweapons escaping, this guy coming in here, and you end up in this room, like, having to fend up a bit of it, but you can shoot through the window. Speaking of things being in different spots, coming up to the room that we're coming up into, I was a little surprised to walk in here and see nothing. I almost wasted a grenade coming through the door. It's so much worse than I thought it would be. I'm pretty sure I would have been dead 10 times over if it wasn't for the body armor already. Also, I don't know why it was not throwing that thing unless I looked at it. I guess you have to be facing directly to it.
Warning, autoclave compromised. Pause lockdown unavailable. Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline. Warning, pause lockdown unavailable.
Well, thank God I didn't panic and end up in the corner of the room and then not quite be able to throw that. I am dead set serious when I tell you that this was 1000% assisted by the body armor. In fact, at that point I thought I was also dead.
The elevator will arrive shortly.
So yeah, insane mode is definitely insane. Moving on to this boss fight, a few things. One, he's going to be incredibly difficult, like incredibly difficult. That right there, that death is after like a couple of minutes straight of just blocking and trying not to die. But it turns out when you die, it says supply crate, right? And when you look at that, you can actually purchase stuff from it. I went ahead and I brought armor. Now, I also brought some herbs as well, I think, yeah. Now, the second part of this is kind of wacky. I'm going to advise you that don't smash the boxes. I know that there is meds in the boxes, in one of them anyway. There's also a med stick somewhere around with the shotgun ammo, but do not smash them boxes. Right. When he goes all electrical mode, and he will like shoulder charge you afterwards, and the electrical mode is so easy, by the way. You just literally step out of it, like walk to the left or right as you see the ground lighting up. It's really easy to get out of. But my point being, when he shoulder charges you, if he hits a box, he will kind of just whack into the box, do no damage to you, and just kind of get stunned for a second. Completely, you don't have to have the timing of blocking it then, nothing like that. I think you'll get to see that in a second, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Right, so here, I know it's really tempting to smash the boxes, but do not. I don't even know if shooting him while he's charging up like that does absolutely anything at all. As you see there, I'm looking at the boxes. I don't want to smash him. Lightly step out of the way. It's literally that simple for this part, and then just jog out of the way. Easiest thing ever. Then just get behind a box, and when he starts shoulder charging you, bam, he just hits the box, gets a little stunned. I'm a little stuck there. That was concerning. And then the most surprising thing happened. I was not actually expecting for this to be an option, but he can drop that RPG, and that's an instant fight ender. Like, I actually had no idea that this was an option, but it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because if he never fires it, it is an RPG. Now we get to move on to the lovely nemesis part of the fight. All I will say on this is, if you fail, go to the storage box. You should have money left over at this point, and buy everything fully automatic, because realistically, these bubbles on him, like blisters, they don't really have that much health. And yes, they are really annoying to hit, especially because I have the that weapon charm that makes it sway more but do more damage. But yeah, every automatic weapon's kind of help in this situation. That crate right next to you has a med thing in it. At least it did for me the couple times I tried it. When sharpening the axe there too, I did that a few times where you kind of get the rhythm of he's going to swing that way and you can just lightly step that way sharpening the axe, because without this thing sharpened, you ain't even going to have a chance to reload sometimes with how many times he's trying to hit you, especially if you're missing like I am. Another cool tip is, to the far left is another grenade. If you don't have grenades at this point, that's kind of handy, because this next part, yes, you can just like cowboy shoot it. This is probably also an opportunity for you to sharpen your axe if it's not sharp before you shoot them, just because you don't want to be sharpening it too much when you're trying to fight him. It's going to be extremely annoying. We still have a little bit of armor left. He's getting really persistent with the hitting. Now, I'm not sure about these red ones, right? I kind of think maybe I was doing it stupid. I think you're supposed to shoot the light pinks and then go for the deep reds, or whatever color you would call that. Like, I think it might, like, unlock hitting them, because I was shooting that thing, like, a fair bit more than, like, it felt necessary. And I don't know, I think I worked out eventually that's not going to work. Actually, come to think of it, I don't actually know, because I'm pretty sure there's one under his armpit right now, and I popped 2 of these, so I don't know, maybe they just take more damage. So yeah, that should be it. Now you just have to pop all these and then get swept up, and GG's. I apologize if you can hear a fan for half of that, but it is incredibly hot here right now. I gotta say, Requiem has been my favorite of the series so far, I'm gonna lie. Like, I finished a lot of them, and this one was just the best. I hope this video helped. Good luck with the trophy hunting.